Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Let's Play Paper Luigi, the 1000-Year Door, with me, the Doctor. In the last episode, we learned that Princess Peach has been held captive on the moon, and her one ally, the computer tech, has had his memory banks completely wiped. This episode, we're going to be doing a lot of troubles with Mario, and it's going to be interesting because it's going to require a hell of a lot of backtracking and off-camera time for me. So, if you please, future Doctor, timer. That timer is going to keep running and is going to run what the time has been for me for the whole episode, because there's going to be a lot of cutting I'm curious to see. Start off with two things. Firstly, Charlieton, see if he's selling anything exciting. He is not. Those are just items. It's only badges I really want from him. Which brings me to a confession. The Mega Rush. Visualizer, please. Which I got off camera between this episode and the last episode. When I was coming up here, I fought a Koopa and it had it. And I don't think we've got it before. So the Mega Rush increases attack power by 5 when Mario is in peril. Peril means 1 hit point left. That can, if you've got multiple Mega Rushes, they do stack and it can be ridiculously powerful. There's a lot of actually information online on how to do that. Basically, you put a number of Mega Rushes on and then you use badges which make Mario essentially likely to be on low health and take advantage of that to be stupidly powerful. Interesting tactic, not one for me. Let's head over to the Trouble Center. So, 4 troubles to do this episode. That one there from question mark, question mark, question mark. 5 even, and these 4 at the bottom, which are new ones from after the last chapter. Let's start with Frankie. I'm looking for something. I can't say exactly what, but I can tell you in person. I'm waiting on the west side of Roadport. God, that accent again, I thought I was done with it. Let's head over to West Roadport. And here is Frankie here. Let's see what the problem is. You taking on my trouble? Well, I'm glad it's somebody tight-lipped, that's all. See, after returning from Kielhelki, I lost my wedding ring, believe that? And I can really look for it in front of Francesca, so you gotta find it. I know I lost it after I got back to Rogueport, so it's somewhere in town for sure. If she finds out, I'll be yelling, I love you 1,000,000,000 times, so you gotta do this for me. Okay. It's in a nice obvious place, let's head back over to East Rogueport. And the wedding ring, as you can see, is right there. They're just plain reusing that sprite from Chapter 5. Let's pick it up. And head back to Frankie. You found it? My ring! Thanks, Mario, from the bottom of my heart. Now take this reward. You got a gold card, which lets us play the Chew mode game at the parlor. I haven't been able to look her in the eye lately. I kinda miss her now. So if you'll excuse me... Franny! You solved the trouble. Excellent. I'll go through, probably in a couple of episodes' time, the new parlor game, because I haven't got really time for it at the moment, because I've got other things to do. So, speaking of which, let's head back to the Trouble Center. Right, now this one's a real bastard. Chef Shimmy, get these ingredients. I need some ingredients for cooking foods as savage as the tonsils. I need 3 things. A golden leaf, a mystic mango, a mystic egg even, sorry, my English is not so good, and a keel mango. I'm waiting on board the Excess Express for your very prompt help. Want to take on Chef Shimmy's trouble? Do it and do it right. So, those are 3 incredibly difficult to find ingredients. This is handy because coming up probably next episode will be the cooking episode. So it's handy to get your head around where you get these rare ingredients from. The first one on the list, the creepy steeple. The gold leaf we have already got. We've had one in the past, so we know where we get them from in Creepy Steeple. So let's head all the way back to Creepy Steeple. So much backtracking. So, if you recall, the golden leaf we get by looking for a little crack in the railings here, slipping through into the back, and then when we go all the way along to the right, we find the golden tree. Oh, that catches me by surprise every time, that weird sound. And we get the golden leaf. That's 1 of 3 obtained. Next, the mystic egg. Let's start by going to the great tree in Bogley Woods. Oh, fucker. So, getting the mystic egg is a bit strange. It involves dealing with a character we haven't dealt with since Chapter 2. Obviously, because it's in the great tree. We haven't really been back here since Chapter 2. Not you, the doorkeeper, nor the old person, nor Punio, but here, Petuni.
Aw, Punio's always getting into trouble with the Elder. It's no fun for me. Hey, Mario, can't you play with me instead?
Sure, kid.
Yes! Okay, this is really awesome. Ready to play Stump Petuni? You ask me any question you want. There isn't a question I can't answer. Come on.
Create an easy question that Petuni can answer. So you get a choice of 3 things in a row. So we'll say go for Luigi. Studies. What tree trunk? For the heck of it.
Huh? Wait, what kind of question is that? I don't even know what that means. You have to ask a real question or it's no fun. Boo! Stump Petunia's over. There we go.
Now, this you kind of have to work out, but basically there is only one question she can answer. Which is, Mario likes which person the most?
The person Mario likes the most? I know that, you can't stump Petunia. Mario likes Princess Peach the most. Am I right? Yes, I'm right. See, Petunia knows the answers to everything. Ooh, that was fun. Thanks for playing with me. Here's a present.
And she gives us the Mystic Egg, which replenishes 5 HP. Useful in a lot of recipes, though, and also for this trouble. I think you can't play Stump Petunia again while you have a Mystic Egg, but you can get another Mystic Egg by just playing again. Same question, same answer, all the same stuff, which is slightly odd. But yeah, it's a weird way of getting it, and it's kind of hidden. Though she does send you an email where she shows you a picture of her with the Mystic Egg, so you can kind of see it that way. Anyway, finally we need the Keel Hall Key. We need the Keel Mango, which is in Keel Hall Key, and for that I'm not even going to have to bother cutting, which is really nice. Because we now have the lovely pipe that goes back to Keel Hall Key, and this is incredibly handy. So, the Keel Mango is an interesting one. You can only get it from like these trees. Crucially, it's not got from like the palm trees you get the coconut from. There we go. There's a Keel Mango. Also replenishes 5 HP. Also useful in a lot of recipes. With all 3 things gathered, let's head back to Shimmy on the Excess Express. So here we can talk to Chef Shimmy and give him his stuff. Hello, yes, hello to you. Thank you for accepting my request. I need 3 ingredients. A golden leaf, a mystic egg, a Keel Mango. Each one has an exotic taste and aroma that will enhance my mushroom dishes. Have you found them for me? Yes, we found a golden leaf. That is a shining golden leaf. Thank you so much. And we've got a mystic egg. Oh, it's that puzzling mystic eggs. This is it. Thank you so much. And finally, the Keel Mango. It's that colourful Keel Mango. This is it. Thank you so much. Now I have all the ingredients. It's a call to my palate, my skill, begging me to turn them into delicacies. Thank you so much, my friend. This is your reward. I only got 40 coins, which is not actually great for the amount of freaking backtracking you have to do. And speaking of backtracking, this is a really annoying bit. The next trouble we want to solve starts in Poshley Heights. But we can't start it in Poshley Heights yet, because we need to go back to Rogueport, activate the trouble from the trouble center, then call all the way back out to Poshley Heights to start the trouble off. It's infuriating. So, this trouble is for Toodles. I must have that book. I lent a book to Miss Jolene, and now I need it back, and rather quickly. Please meet me in Poshley Heights, would you, you wonderful trouble solver? In Poshley Heights, where we literally just were. The inability to accept multiple troubles at the same time is extremely infuriating for the amount of, like, inefficiency it causes. These things grate on me. I hate inefficiency. So, you accepted my request for aid with my little trouble, you delightful man, you. I just decided very much I want to read a magazine I lent to Jolene. But she lives in Glitzville, and that is very far from here, as you know. Could you go and get it for me, you resourceful wizard, you? You're fabulous, dear. Okay, let's head all the way to fucking Glitzville. So, after making the mammoth trek all the way back to Glitzville, we get to Jolene. Do you need something? Toodles' magazine? Oh yes, I know the one. Alright. I'll return it soon. I have to return it now? Put that magazine... Oh, okay, fine. Give me a moment. Don't get the wrong idea. I borrowed this magazine as a promoter. That's all. I needed to see what the fuss was about. It's not like I follow fads or anything. You got a wrestling mag. A mag that Jolene returned. Delivered to Toodles. All the way back in Poshley Heights. It's almost tempting because the Blink goes there anyway to get the train then from Rogueport Station, but I don't think that's actually any faster than just going via the underground fast blue pipes. And finally, our mammoth trek is at its end. We can deliver back to Toodles. Did you get the magazine from Jolene, you wonderful man, you? Give her the wrestling mag. Yes, this is the magazine I lent to Jolene, all right. You are a true hero, thank you. Here is my thanks to you. You got a platinum card which lets you play the boat game at the parlour. This magazine is very popular among certain celebrities. Anyone has been spotted in a cafe with it under one arm. How pretentious. Literally, as in it is actually about having pretenses. It's all very clever. So, with that done, we now, unfortunately, need to go miles away again. Well, this is right. So you know I've been complaining about how you can't accept multiple troubles at once and you can't kind of overlap them at all. We need to go back to Rogueport to get a trouble, which is annoying, and that trouble takes place in Glitzville, where we just were. But no, we couldn't have possibly had those at the same time, so we now need to go back to Rogueport, to the Trouble Centre, get the thing, then go back out to Glitzville again. It's so illogical. Why do they not let you have multiple side quests at a time? I have no idea. Anyway, I'll see you in Glitzville. So, this trouble is from the businessman, who doesn't even get a name. Just a title. Well, a job. I forgot the code to my briefcase. I'll be sacked for this for sure. Meet me in front of the hot dog stand in Glitzville. Want to take on the businessman's trouble? Sure. Do it and do it right. Very astute viewers may recognise who that is from a few episodes ago. Anyway, let's head back out to Glitzville and watch that insanely long cutscene with the blimp. Can you tell a little bit salty about this? It just... oh... So, we can actually see the fucker over there. It's this guy from the Excess Express. So, if we talk to him... oh, what the hell? There we go. Talk to him. Ah, you're that fellow. So, you're the one who's accepted my request? Well, here's the thing. I've got the code for the lock on my briefcase. And the prototype of our company's new product is inside. This is a big deal. If I don't figure out how to get into that briefcase, I'll be sacked for sure. Can you just take a sword or something like that? How hard can it be to physically get into a briefcase? About that briefcase code. See, I'm a real chair fanatic. This is when it gets bloody weird. Yeah, like anything you sit on. I use the number of chairs in houses I visited on business as the code. Don't judge me, I know it's weird. You gotta visit these places and count the chairs. The code has 4 digits, so here are the locations of the chairs. Ready? The first is Kroop's house in Petalburg. The second is Flurry's house in the Bogley Woods. The third is Don Pianta's office in Rogueport. And the fourth is Toodles' house in Poshley Heights. Oh, and I counted this sweet, sweet chair in her lovely garden also. I know it's a lot, but please help. And remember, a chair is anything you sit on. What the hell, game? Who came up with this? Why? No, I'm not even going into it. And I'm not going to go and do it either. I could go back and show them off for the sake of me showing you how many chairs there are in rooms, but I assure you it's not very exciting. I just know how many there are. I've got it written down. I checked off screen, so... especially because we've already been to Toodles' house, and she's got a piano stool, which counts as a chair, which is what he's been difficult about. Sure thing, chair guy. So what's the first number? How many wonderful chairs were in Kroop's house? There were 2. Take my word for it. Okay, the second number. How many gorgeous chairs in Flurry's house? To say she only lives alone, Flurry has got 6 chairs. Now, the third number. How many marvellous chairs were in Don Pianta's office in Rogueport? That would be simply 2 chairs. One of the security guards must always be standing. And finally, the last number. In Poshley Heights, counting the chair outside, were 5 chairs. Ah, it opened! Yes! Thank you so much. Maybe I can keep my job. I'll try and remember it from now on. Hold on a second. You think you're so obsessed with chairs it'd be easy enough to work it out? Please! What? Sorry. We were going to combine my company's famous hot sauce with this stand's fat dog. We were going to call it the tongue-blistering fat dog. I was sure it'd be a hit. Huh? I shouldn't give up so easily? Yeah, maybe you're right. Okay, I'll do it. I'll just have to convince the fat dog guy. I'm on it. I won't leave this place until I convince him. Wow, thanks for all your help. Here's your reward. And he gives us a hot sauce. A hot sauce, very strange again. A popular sauce with captivating spiciness. It's my company's top item, our famous hot sauce. I have tons of the stuff, so ask me if you want some. See you later. So you can get a free supply of hot sauce from him from now on, which is quite cool. And as he said, if I were to buy a hot dog and combine them with his tea, you do get a handy item. I believe it's just called a spicy hot dog or something like that. Right, that's us almost done with Troubles now. Though we're actually going to have a tiny little interlude from Troubles, because while we're doing the final Trouble, there's something we can do along the way. So let's head back, of all people, to Merlon's house in Rogueport. So, if you remember a while ago, Merlon kind of gave us a little quest. Well, he had a prophecy about us. Let's get him to recount it. When I consulted my star charts, I saw a portentous sign for you, Mario. It went thusly. In the house of the dragon that flew through the air, beyond the reversible stair, near the empty black chest that cursed you, lies a clue to help your allies learn. I have no idea what it means, unfortunately, but I have no doubt of its importance as a sign for you and your friends, blah 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 blah. Bear that in mind, because we'll be going to the place that refers to very shortly. let's go and accept our final trouble, the final trouble we have access to, that we had access to technically since the end of Twilight Town chapter 4, which is question mark, elusive badge. I'm after an elusive badge. Must explain in person. Meet me on the roof of Zest's house in Rogueport Square. This poster is anonymous. This may be dangerous. You want to take on this trouble? Yes, we do. Let's head straight up there. And so, our mystery trouble poster is none other than Mrs. Mowz. Hi, Mr. Mustache Cutie. I'm the one with the trouble. I'm a pretty lucky girl to have a strapping fellow like you take on my trouble. Well, let me get right to it, okay? I've done all I can to find this one elusive badge, but I failed at every turn. The badge is hidden in Hooktail's lair, of that much I'm sure. I went to check out that room after I heard you defeated Hooktail, but nothing. I did hear rumours that to find this badge one has to use the wind. I have no idea what that means, though. Anyway, look for it, okay, sweetie? So, if you're able by now to piece together the incredibly detailed riddle that Merlon gave us, we're headed to Hooktail Castle for a number of things. I'm actually going to go not via the blue pipe, just via the standard pipe we got there when we fought the blooper that time ago, because that's actually faster. The blue pipe's faster for going to Petalburg City, but Hooktail's castle is actually right on the edge of the Petal Meadows, so this will actually, I think, be faster. So, our first clue from Merlon was beyond the reversible stair. So, I will meet you at the reversible stair. Wow, here's your reversible stair. Oh, we could technically break these blocks now. Don't know why we'd want to, but hey, the option's there. So, beyond the reversible stair, near the black chest which cursed you. So that must be the room where we got, it was our first experience with the black chests. And I am going to, just so everyone knows, probably the episode after next, we'll be going into a certain something in the game which does, amongst other things, explain the story behind the black chests. Now we've got all 4 of them, which is quite cool. So hold on for a couple of episodes' time for that. In the meantime, this is the room. And now the spikes aren't coming out of the floor and the ceiling, which is nice. And over here, oh my goodness, there's a bobbery hole in the wall. Who would have seen it coming? Well, apparently Merlon would have. Let's blow it up. And head on through. Now here's a really cool animation. When we hit this switch. I think that looks really cool. And we get a chest, which has an up arrow in it. It's unclear what this means. You should ask somebody. So we'll take that back to Merlon when we return. But for now, since we're in Hooktail Castle, we have got... Oh, I thought you were Edgar. And you weren't. We've got another task here. We need to go to the room where Hooktail was. And we need to find a hidden badge by using the wind. Let's, well, pretty much progress through the entirety of Hooktail Castle. And there are no shortcuts. So let's head all the way to the top. So, in the room where we fought Hooktail, unsurprisingly, using the wind means using Madame Flurry. As you can see, there's this kind of invisible bit in the centre of the room just to make it super obvious. Let's got an exclamation mark next to it, so this is clearly where we need to blow. And this reveals a chest which has in it the Attack FXB, which is apparently a very rare badge, despite just being a attack sound effect changey one. Anyway, let's head back to Mrs. Mowz. That face, does it mean you found the badge? Well, this is certainly the badge I was looking for. Oh my, yes. Now, my sweet, promise me to hear me out without getting mad? You see, I was the one who hid that badge. It was a little game of mine. I have to apologise, but I knew you would find it, my handsome cheese hunk. You may have even more badge-finding skill than I do. I just thought of something. Perhaps I should just travel with you from now on. Because, I'm sure to find lots of badges that way, don't you think? Now, about that reward, let's see. Take this badge that you managed to find, but I expect you to lead me to more. So we get an Attack FXB, and let me formally state that you will now enjoy the pleasure of my company. And Mrs. Mowz joined your party, yes, the hidden 7th member of the team. And I say hidden because she is entirely optional. If you don't do that trouble, you don't get her full stop. Miss Mowz's abilities, a primer. Press X and Mrs. Mowz will sniff out any items or objects hidden nearby. There doesn't seem to be anything in this area, dearie. When you press X, I'll sniff around and tell you if there's any items nearby. This field ability is almost useless. There's something right near here, sweetie. If there's something nearby, I'll let you know like I did just now. I suppose it could be handy for finding the star pieces, especially the ones hidden under panels, but obviously I know where they all are, so it doesn't really mean much to me. In battle, I can attack enemies with my Love Slap. I can also help you out by using my Kiss Thief move to steal enemies' items. You solved the trouble as well. Excellent. So we have Mrs. Mowz. Now, what does the up arrow do, I hear you ask? Well, let's go and see Merlon. What's this? An up arrow? An up arrow? Up? Of course! Well. Me and Mario clearly on the same lines here. Oh, good lord. This is the Ultra Stone, so that's what the star sign meant. I picked this up as a flea market years ago and forgot it was in the attic. With this, I can power up your partners even more. We are cooking now. Let me know when you want to power up your allies more. So, this now means there's an extra level of power-up we can get out of each partner. It still costs another 3 shine sprites, but I'm going to go and do all of them now. So I'm going to do Mrs. Mowz to level 1, plus everyone else to level 2. Not quite going to bring everyone up. We're still missing 2 shine sprites in the whole game. So, yes, let's upgrade. So, with that, everyone's nice and powered up. What did everyone get? Well, I'll go through them one by one in a second and actually show them off in battle, because we've got one more task to do this episode. I don't know how long this episode's been. Probably about 20 minutes, so it's going to be a long one because I've still got some more to do. For me, it's been, I feel like, well, look at my timer, it's probably been over an hour. But obviously, you'll be able to see with the thing in the top. Right. Wherever I put it. I'll put a timer somewhere, which I mentioned at the beginning of the episode. So I'm probably on about an hour of recording. A lot of backtracking in this. Anyway, we're going to head to the Pit of 100 Trials. I want to get to level 50 on it, because then we get something very special, which will be very helpful for our next episode. Before doing that, time for some preparation. So this is stuff I'm doing specifically for the Pit of 100 Trials. Taking off first attack, handy though it is, it doesn't work in the Pit of 100 Trials, so there you have it. I'm going to take off Ice Smash, because I never use it. And Shrink Stop, because I pretty much never use that either, so that frees up 3 badge points for us, which means I'm going to put on Multi-Bounce, where you hit each enemy in a row once, because that's extremely handy for very quickly mincing through the early floors of the Pit of 100 Trials, because it's a very cheap way to hit everyone. And another Happy Heart, which means I'm healing basically twice as much, which for the Pit of 100 Trials, where kind of durability is important and just lasting a long time, the more you can heal yourself passively, the better. Anyway, let's head to the pit. So, let's start with this Gloomba. First thing to note, every partner's attack and defense have gone up by 1, and their health has gone up by 10. So that brings Goombella up here. Well, never mind showing off Goombella. Goombella's now on 30 HP. Let's get into the next fight and show what she can do now. So, Goombella can now perform an extremely handy move called Rally Wink. Wink at Mario to give him the courage for an extra attack. Costs 4 flower points, and you have to tap A or B as shown. So basically tap meaning hammer, kind of blah, 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 blah. So we use it on Mario, and then A, B, A, hammer the wrong one and they'll go down. Mario's attack turns increase by 1. So, costs, as I say, 4 flower points, but it means that Mario now gets 2 turns in a row, which is really handy. Not that I need it here. Ooh, that's why I put multi-bounce on. Makes these things just so much faster, and it only costs, I don't know what that costs actually, because it should only be 1 flower point. I assume it's still only 1. I don't think the flower saver makes it free, because that would be ludicrous. So, that's Goombella and her Rally Wink. Very handy move. Let's try out the next battle with Koops. So, Koops' new move for 6 flower points, it's expensive, is the Shell Slam, which is basically Power Shell, except it pierces defense completely. And it's done by repeatedly tilting the control stick to the left, so you kind of just go. And then when it's full, through everything he goes, piercing all defense, doing 7 damage to everyone, every ground-bound enemy. Very powerful, but also quite expensive. Next we have Madame Flurry, whose attack is Dodgy Fog. Make Mario dodgy, so foes frequently miss him. It's slightly annoying this affects just Mario and not both. See also Rally Wink to some degree. So you have to kind of go 1, boom. Damn it, I completely balls that up. Basically, when each thing lights up, you have to press that appropriate direction. The more directions you get right, the more turns of dodginess you get. So you can get 2, 4, or 6 turns of dodginess, respectively. Can be handy, especially with Mario in the lead, with Flurry in the lead at the moment. Well, you know, so it has its own handiness. But But yes, that's dodgy fog. I mean, you could use a repel cape to get the same effect, but it's kind of nice to have it built in. But it's expensive though. I don't use it too much, but hey. Anyway, next is Vivian. Well, if we're going to be technical, Edgar should have been next, not Vivian, but hey. Let's do Infatuate, which would be where you blow a kiss to all enemies to confuse them. So you have to press A the instant a heart appears over the enemy. I find the timing on this really hard to do. There we go, we've got one of the fuzzies. I think some enemies just... Basically, some enemies are just immune to statuses like Confuse, and fuzzies are one of them. If we just kill this fuzzy at the front, just so Confuses basically has a chance of attacking its allies instead, I think. Because Dizzy is might miss... Oh, fuck off. Dizzy as their attacks might miss, Confuses they may attack other allies, which is hilarious when it happens. Oh, it's wonderful to see. But yeah, that's Infatuate. Can be useful, but obviously like enemies like mechanical enemies, undead enemies, stuff like that are always pretty much going to resist it. So it's useful to some extent, but again, it's not one I use that much. If I've got Vivian out, it's for fiery jinxing, really. So anyway, let's move on to Edgar this time. Now, this move is a lot of fun. Stampede for 6 fire points, calling a herd of Yoshis to attack all ground enemies. Alternately, press L and R, and this, like all of Edgar's moves, deals incremental damage. So it can be really handy if his power's been buffed in any way, because it goes and does, I think that's 12 damage there. It's 10 or 12, I think 10 sounds actually more realistic. So if you've buffed Edgar's attack in any way, that can be stupidly powerful, and I mean outrageously so. Potentially the most powerful attack in the game. Very powerful. Anyway, next is Bobbery. Now, Bobbery's attack is Bobombast. Attack all enemies with a massive blast. It's not as powerful as Earthquake, Stampede, and it costs 9 flower points, but its advantage is it hits every single enemy on the map, no matter where they are, and is an incredibly simple action command. Just hammer it! And just got it in time. Does 9 damage to every enemy on the map. Very powerful attack. Ow. Finally, that's me showed off all the actual partners, like kind of the old ones. Let's now have a look at Mrs. Mowz. So, Mrs. Mowz has got 3 attacks at this point and 20 hit points. Love Slap is her main one, which is an attack that pierces defense. It's quite handy to have a free, as in 0 flower point attack, which pierces. Repeatedly tilt left and right as fast as you can. This is what I don't like about this attack. That's physically a bit annoying to do. I always do it with the palm of my hand, rocking it left and right. But maybe you can just do it with your thumb fast enough, because it doesn't need much charging. Her second attack is a really odd one. Kiss Thief. Steal an enemy's badge or item. I'm not going to even bother showing it here, because this enemy doesn't have a badge or item, which makes it completely pointless. But hopefully one will come up later down the pit, and I'll get a chance to show that off. Tease makes all enemies dizzy, and this affects all enemies on the map. Hold and release A to fill the gauge. Don't let it overflow. So you kind of have to make sure, basically keep it in the purple as much as possible, and then if you nail it, dizziness. Not particularly useful, though I like the concept of Miss Mowz. She is not a very useful partner. Her attacks are interesting but lackluster. Her field ability is a bit useless. Ow, just need my table really hard. And yeah, I can see why she's optional. Anyway, let's proceed down the pit, and I'll give you a shout if I find an enemy holding an item which a controller loves. No. Kiss Thief on. So, here we are at a new floor. This is, I believe, level 30, which gives us a Zap Tap. Do damage to enemies that touch Mario in battle, so basically you're constantly electrified. Can be quite handy. This also means we're over halfway down, because we need to get to 50. Let's go. Worth noting as well, there will be some new enemies here, like this purple Koopa Trooper. I am going to tackle them at a future date when I do the I'll do the full pit of trials. I'll talk through everything, what everything is, and tackle everything at that point. For now, I'm not going to do that. So yes, onwards we go. Oh, I should probably at this point as well show off Showstopper, the new special move we learnt when we got the Garnet Star. Showstopper's really odd. So far, pretty much each special ability has cost more star points. Showstopper only costs 2. When successful, defeat your enemies with a single blow. Observe, targets every enemy, and you kind of just have to do a series of button combinations. So we start BXX, nice and easy. BYAX, you do have a time limit for which to do it. XXXYX. X, Y, Y, B, A, X. I said X and Y the wrong way around there, but I did it fine. A, B, Y, B, Y, B, A. And then, bam! There we go. So what it's doing here is it's attempting... There we go. It attempts to inflict the instant KO status on the enemy. Enemies can resist that status. More powerful enemies resist it more easily, so it doesn't do damage to them. It kills them by kind of inflicting the status on it, so it's either a success or a failure for each enemy individually. So there, for example, that could have killed 2 and left 1 alive or something like that, just depending on the kind of random chance element of it. So sometimes it can be powerful, sometimes it can be annoying, but it's good for kind of just quickly mincing through relatively low-level enemies as well if you need a way of doing that. Is this a Buzzy Bee we fought before? I think it is. No one's had any items really so far, so down we continue. Aha! Now here, this front enemy is holding onto an earthquake. So if we use T's, no not T's, I'm going to Kiss Thief on it, there we go. Press A to stop the gauge after it passes OK. And you gotta quickly go through. There we go, that's the timing on it. Oh, you balls it up anyway. You stupid mouse. Right, let's target some of the other ones then in the meantime. Well, let's knock them all in the backs. Beep. Boop. Oh, well, I balls that up as well. Oh, these are Shady Coopers which can attack from their backs. This is when the enemies actually start getting a bit scary down here. I'm actually hurting quite a lot. Ow. Weirdly, the back damage did a lot more attack than the one where they weren't on their back. Right, let's try to do Kiss Slap Thief again. Kiss Thief. Don't know why I said slap in there. Right then. Whoop. Oh. It's not a very useful move, is my point. I've not got it to work because it's not great. Let's just art attack these guys to finish them off. Actually, I can just probably do it with an Earth Tremor, chances are. Art attack's safer, actually. So, here down to floor 40, we get, in the chest, another badge. We get the Pity Flower. When Mario takes damage, occasionally recover 1 flower point. That's useful, but I can't remember how much it cost. It might be a bit expensive. Yeah, 3. It's probably not worth 3, because there's a lot more useful stuff you can have for 3. Anyway, final set of 10, then we're where we need to be. So, finally we get to floor 50, which has the big chest that contains what we want in it. The Strange Sack, an item that lets you carry up to 20 items, rather than the 10 we've been holding so far. This is incredibly handy. It's kind of annoying you have to come this far through the pit to get at it, but it is worth it, and will be extremely worth it for what I'm planning on doing next episode. Because next episode will be the cooking episode, which I've been planning for quite some time, and it's nearly ready and stuff like that. However, there's a disadvantage here. It's not going to be for a while. I'm going to go at least a week without updates, possibly 2 weeks, because I'm going to be in Ireland, so no updates. Well, I mean, no Paper Mario, because I haven't got the time to record a Paper Mario thing, but there will be something else, which I recorded at an earlier date, so there'll definitely be something to fill the gap. But yeah, then I'll be back in a couple of weeks with the long-awaited cooking episode. Other than that, final time, stop. What's this episode being? Oh, probably in the order of an hour and a half, looking at my timing. Well, I've recorded this in another couple of episodes previously in one session, but still, long session. So it's probably been, this one episode alone has probably been about an hour and a half, and it was 20 minutes. Cutting is fun, isn't it? Isn't editing great? Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time for some more Paper Mario and cooking. Thank you very much, and good day.